day 8 of the Baltimore Ravens training camp is in the books, and it got a little nasty today. The pads were back on, the intensity was through the roof, and the defense brought playoff level energy. And for the first time all camp, things boiled over. We're going to break down everything that happened, including multiple altercations, another dominant showing by the defense, Rashod Bateman's encouraging comments about the new offense, Lamar Jackson showing exactly how competitive he is, and why Jesse Minter had to step in and address the entire team. Welcome back to the Reigning Ravens Report right here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. My name is Sutton Def. Get ready because we got a lot to cover. Let's get into it. Before we get into the biggest storylines of today, please be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new and you enjoy daily Ravens content. The Ravens defense is starting to impose its will. Over the past few practices, we've seen flashes out of Jesse Minter's new unit, but today it felt a little bit different. Just to name a few standouts from today's camp, early in practice you had Trey Hendrickson recording a sack. Lamar Jackson continues to impress. He broke up a pass today too. And this DB room is very deep because also TJ Tampa had a really nice play where he stripped the football from running back Rasheen Ali, and the entire sideline, including the coaches, erupted over that. The energy on that side of the ball was just contagious all day. That Jesse Minter defense had Lamar Jackson looking uncomfortable early, as Lamar's first two dropbacks of the day were a throwaway and a sack. And that's exactly what you want if you're Jesse Minter. This defense is beginning to play with an identity. It's fast, aggressive, physical, and they're all feeding off of each other. Speaking of physical, today finally crossed the line. We had some fights. The biggest confrontation included offensive tackle Carson Vinson and outside linebacker Tavius Robinson. According to reporters, Tavius Robinson drove Carson Vinson to the ground after a play, and Vinson responded by throwing a punch at Tavius Robinson. Then you had John Simpson, the guard, who jumped into the scrum as well, and players had to separate everybody. And it didn't stop there either. Earlier in the practice, you had Mark Andrews and Trey Hendrickson exchanging words. I can only imagine how that one went. And then there was another heated moment involving the newest center addition, Pocic, as well. So this was not one isolated incident. The temperature kept rising throughout practice, and Jesse Minter had to step in. Reporters said that he had already warned the defense about any post-whistle nonsense, and afterward he made his expectations crystal clear. If you do something in practice that would get you ejected in a game, it has no place here. And that's leadership. I don't think he's trying to necessarily get rid of competitiveness, but he is making sure that competitiveness does not become selfishness. But what it really tells me, your boy Sutton, is that bully Baltimore defense culture is coming back finally. Now let's flip over to Lamar Jackson. Statistically, it wasn't his cleanest practice, but there was one play that tells you everything you need to know about just how competitive Lamar Jackson is going into the season. Late in practice, he completed a pass over the middle to tight end Durham Smythe Jr., and the offense ended up not being able to get lined up before time expired. And that caused Lamar Jackson to get hella frustrated and throw his helmet on the ground. Lamar Jackson understands the importance of situational football and being able to execute in those moments. That just goes to show you just how locked in Lamar Jackson is. It's early August, only practice number 8 on the season, and he's furious over wasting one rep. Don't ever tell me that Lamar Jackson doesn't take football seriously again. And I'm talking to the national media on that one. While it was a better day for the defense, the offense did still have some bright spots. Rashod Bateman sounds like somebody who's genuinely excited to be a part of this new Ravens offense. He said he's doing things he hasn't done before, and he feels like this offense makes him a little bit less one-dimensional than previous offenses. He says that Declan Doyle has been moving him around, giving him different route concepts. That could unlock another level of Rashod Bateman. As a matter of fact, Rashod Bateman made one of the best catches of practice today. Lamar Jackson fired an outside fastball to Rashod Bateman, who hauls it in with Nate Wiggins draped all over him. And by the way, the refs called a defensive pass interference on Nate Wiggins, but it didn't matter because Rashod Bateman still made the catch. Cheers to my Bateman supporters out there. Rashod Bateman also had praise for coach Jesse Minter as well. He said that Jesse Minter's calm demeanor has helped him connect really well with the locker room. And that's another recurring theme that we're hearing. Players love this coaching staff. They love the communication, they love the energy, and they love how involved the coaches are every single day. Speaking of confidence, Mike Green had some interesting comments today. The sophomore edge rusher said that there are big expectations for him coming into this season. But more importantly, He said he's playing faster because he's no longer thinking, which, as we know, is one of the biggest jumps a young player can make in this league. Sometimes the playbook can slow you down as a rookie, then suddenly everything becomes instinct after that. And if Mike Green has reached that point and he can get back to doing things like this, the Ravens may have another pass rusher who is ready to contribute. Let's talk about Carson Vinson. Even though he got into the biggest altercation of the day, like we talked about earlier, I don't want you to lose sight of the football story that's unfolding here. He's still getting first-team reps. Today it happened because Ronnie Stanley appeared to be getting what seemed like a veteran rest day, and yesterday Carson Vinson was getting coached up by Ronnie Stanley and Kendall Lamb. But today he's protecting Lamar Jackson. To be taking first-team reps protecting Lamar Jackson's blind side tells you that the Ravens actually do have faith in this kid's development. There were also a few important injury updates. Defensive lineman CJ Okoye left practice early today, but fortunately, Jesse Minter told us that it was a heat-related thing, so he's not hurt. Jesse Minter also gave us another update on center Ethan Pocic. He hasn't been taking that many reps with the first team or the second team, and Jesse Minter saying that they're just trying to slowly ramp him up. Coming off an Achilles injury, they don't want to rush him back too soon. I would be remiss if I did not give any love to the special teams today. Tyler Loop finished 6 for 6 on his kicks today. He hit from 26, 33, 43, 48, 53, and lastly, 61 yards. Very encouraging day for Tyler Loop, although I still wouldn't mind if they brought in a little bit of veteran competition for him. I also want to give a quick shout out to punter Ryan Eckley, who, with the way his punts are looking right now in camp, I hope the Ravens don't play in a whole lot of domes because he is booming these things.
You should look back like, oh, come on, I wouldn't do that. Come on now.
Scoreboards beware. And finally, practice ended with something that we don't see that often, which was a live tackling period. You had Adam Randall, who was stopped on a goal line run by Marquise Robinson. But then after that, Adam Randall responded by catching the last touchdown of practice today.
Yeah, the more he can do those situations, I think for him, the better. I thought he had a really good year at running back last year at Clemson. He's got a really good versatility. He's good out of the backfield, obviously with his receiver background. He's a big body, so he's learning, continuing to learn to run behind his pads and use that size to his advantage. But I'm really pleased with how he's done. I think he's got a lot of versatility. He's done some nice things on special teams as well, so just continue to progress, but like where he's at.
Coach Minter said that they plan to incorporate that once or twice before these preseason games that are coming up. And that's big because you can only simulate football for so long until you actually got to go in there and play. Eventually, you got to get your muscle memory used to getting hit again and tackled. My biggest takeaways from today isn't the fights, but it's the intensity. This team feels different. And by different, I mean that it seems like we're getting back to that bully ball nature. The next step is carrying this intensity over into the preseason, which we are only 9 days away. But let me know your biggest takeaways from day 8 of Ravens training camp. I want to know. Drop it down below in the comment section. And thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Reigning Ravens Report. My name is Sutton Def. You're listening to the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Like the video, subscribe, and may purple rain. Peace.